Hello there, this is our project-based learning exercise to demonstrate Gagne's sixth event. In this case, the students will be instructed to create a Prezi presentation about World War II in their history class. Applying what they were taught about Prezi in the previous video, the goal here is for the students to be able to create an eye-catching method of presentation to teach the rest of the class important curriculum content. First, get the students to organize themselves into groups of 3 or 4. It's best to first provide the students with some basic information about World War II, depending on the age and abilities of the class. Then, have each group brainstorm important points that they know about the war and create a rough mind map in Prezi. As they're brainstorming, walk around the class, just to ensure that the groups are on the right track with the project and that the points are appropriate for the classroom. Here's an example of what a very rough outline of a brainstorm might look like. At this point, there shouldn't be too much detailed information about the war. Just jot down anything that they know offhand. The details of the points will come in the next step of the assignment, conducting research. It's also good to note here that students can choose any theme or topic that they wish for the assignment, as the basis for project-based learning is to stimulate creativity among the groups in order to create interesting and eye-catching displays. If the students are given a project outline that's too restricted, then they will be less motivated to complete the project than when compared to topics that they might be naturally curious about. When the brainstorming component is complete, give each of the mind maps a quick scan to ensure all are on track. Answer any questions the students may have about the assignment. If the instructor wishes, he or she might also give more specific guidelines about what topics should or should not be included in the project. However, we once again advise that not too many restrictions be placed on the assignment in order to sustain the creativity aspect of project-based learning. That being said, each classroom and its students are different and may require more guidelines. The groups will then conduct research on the internet about specific topics that they have chosen to learn about on World War II. With the new specific information that they have attained, the groups add to or revise their mind map accordingly. It's best that, for presentation purposes, the groups choose only a few topics that they wish to present in accordance with the war. This way, students will obtain in-depth knowledge about specific points of the war, rather than many general points. Bringing one area, such as the events that took place at Pearl Harbor, to life in a comprehensive and well-rounded way will make for a more interesting and memorable presentation. Ensure that images and any other interesting features are included to add to the individuality of the groups. Finally, ensure that all aspects of Prezi that were learned in the previous lesson are applied, such as appropriate use of subheadings and past grading in the slideshow. Finally, have each group present their projects. Support individual styles of presentation and any unique flares that each group may include in their presentation. As listed on the slide, the use of costumes or props and class involvement, such as question and answers or a fun quiz to test their knowledge, is always entertaining and adds to the overall presentation. If the instructor wishes, he or she may include a peer evaluation period at the end of the presentation. After all groups have presented their knowledge about World War II and demonstrated their skills in applying class content to Prezi, a class discussion can take place. Topics can include discussion on what each student has learned about Prezi and what makes it a successful presentation technology, what they have learned about World War II, and any pros and cons about the presentations. Well, that's our project-based learning exercise. We hope that you find this video useful in helping you to apply Prezi to classroom subject matter, and that you continue to use Prezi in your future presentations.